Hey, and welcome to Know Jax. I'm Joe Talentino. Today is a very special day. It's the start of the Chinese New Year, which goes by the lunar calendar, so the holiday is a little bit of a moving target. You see, 2017 is going to be the year of the rooster, and that means it's going to be a great year. That's my professional opinion. And since I'm on TV, I know all about predicting the future. You see, people on TV also know how to confidently talk about things that they know nothing about. And that's one of the reasons I don't do news. If you're looking for serious political discussions or an analysis of the financial situation in Jacksonville, you've come to the wrong place. Stop right now, because I will disappoint. Because at I Know Jax, we focus on the fun side of Jacksonville. Right now, many of us are making plans for having or going to a Super Bowl party. I turned to an expert who showed me a simple way to make really tasty ribs for the party. So Chef Brandon here is going to make us some nice baby back ribs, and so you're going to break this down, show us exactly how you do this, and so that people can do it at home, right?
Absolutely, really easy dish to make.
So you're saying even maybe I can do it?
Maybe.
Maybe. We won't push it that hard.
No,
Okay,
we won't push it too much.
Show me how we do it, man.
Okay, so what we're going to be using is we have about 2 pounds of baby back ribs from Thompson Farms in southern Georgia. So we're going to make our dry rub first.
Okay. There's quite a few spices that go into this dry rub. About a tablespoon of each. Kosher salt, black pepper, garlic salt, onion powder, cumin, smoked paprika, chili powder, crushed chipotle powder, ground allspice, oregano, light brown sugar, and regular sugar. Next up, mixing. That's the complicated part.
Yeah, this is the part that
special tools are necessary there.
Super special tools. A lot of training went into learning how to do this just right.
Exactly. I can smell it though, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really aromatic and it's going to be really nice on the meat. You can use any types of ribs that you like. I like baby back.
Okay.
They have a nice flavor, they're real easy to work with. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it in half. And then
that looked pretty scientific.
Everything I do is very scientific. Season them pretty liberally. I like to do the tops and the bottoms.
Yeah.
I know some folks don't do the bottoms.
I know a lot of people don't do the bottoms, but I think you should.
Don't skimp on the flavor.
Heck no, man.
And the bones are just going to fall apart from the meat since we're roasting them in the oven.
Beautiful, yeah.
You're going to add about a cup of water. And again, it's just a guess. You really just want to have a little bit of water in the bottom of your pan. And we're going to kind of make a little tent so that it's not...
So it's not touching down on the meat.
Yeah, you don't really want to lay it down on the meat.
Have it stick to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And with the water, it's going to create some steam. It's going to keep it really nice and tender. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. I like fantastic. I'm a big fan.
I like fantastic, and I don't like dry rib.
The ribs are ready to go into the oven. Chef says about 375 for an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. Now he's right about being really scientific about his cooking. So you're gonna make up some sauce for us while that's in the oven cooking, right?
Definitely. It's a real easy honey barbecue sauce we're gonna make.
Okay.
Got 4 ingredients. So we're gonna use...
You're keeping it simple because you know your audience, right?
I know, I know my target. A spicy brown mustard, regular ketchup, and some local honey here from Beef Friends Farm.
Cool.
Gonna use about half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of ketchup.
I love the scientific measuring that you do.
That's right.
That's how I do it at home too.
About half the amount of mustard. And as far as the honey goes, you can be pretty liberal with it. If you like it really sweet, keep pouring. If you don't want it too sweet, then stop about halfway.
Gotcha.
Then we're just gonna whisk that together. All right, then we're gonna take and put a little bit of orange zest on here. You just really wanna get the skin off until you start to see the white pith.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You don't wanna really go too deep because the pith is really bitter.
Right.
So
you're just trying to get the oils from the orange. Yeah.
Absolutely. Give it a nice citrusy flavor to it. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Really easy.
I like really easy.
Me too. I'm the same way. So you can see that they're already drawn up a bit off the bone.
Right.
They temp at about 155.
The sauce we made earlier goes on top of the ribs, and then the ribs go back in the oven at 375 for 5 extra minutes to seal in the sauce and the flavor. Finally, the ribs are done. I am so ready to eat. Chef Brandon cuts the ribs and adds some extra dipping sauce on the plate. This is perfect for tailgating.
Chef Chef Brandon also made honey sesame tofu. Find the recipes at knowjax.com.
That didn't look too difficult at all. Even I can pull that off, and I love to eat ribs. I don't mind that they're messy. You get sauce all over yourself. That's part of the fun, right? So we have our ribs, now what? Let's talk about craft beer. Now, since we've already established that I can predict the future and sort of talk confidently about things I don't know anything about, I'm going to make a Super Bowl prediction. The Atlanta Falcons, AKA the Dirty Birds, are going to kick some Patriots' ass. Okay, so that may or may not come true, but this is one thing for sure. Lots of beer will get drunk on the day of the big game. And if you're in charge of buying beer for your party, here's a great local place to fill all your craft beer needs. So Tim, tell me how you guys got started with really good beer.
So I've lived in Jacksonville for 20 plus years, and for a year, my wife and I moved to Atlanta. And when we moved to Atlanta, we went up there with a 6-month-old and moved back and actually had 2 kids. But when we lived there, the bar scene was over.
Right.
And you know,
for you anyway.
Yeah, for me anyway, and for both of us. And we really enjoyed just experiencing different beers, and that was what I liked about going to bars, is you could try different beers.
Sure.
And the craft beer movement was starting at the time, and but we basically would go to a growler store that was right around the corner, pick up really good beer to go, take it home, and you know, rinse and repeat, which is kind of what our motto is here.
Right.
You know, it becomes like a propane tank. You take it home, drink it, bring it back. But the goal is each time that folks come in here, like it was with me when I went to the stores in Atlanta, was there's something different on
Right.
it. Because
You guys already getting to learn my taste too. I've been here a few times. So you're going,
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we figure it out. Figure it out as we go.
But you've got what, 20 taps, and you rotate it?
Yep, 20 rotating taps, and with each of those taps there'll be a beer that's on there, and then when that keg goes out, something different typically goes on behind it. We've very seldomly put on the same beer twice.
What's your process for picking beers? Does it taste good? I mean, obviously that's the one.
Yeah, a lot of that, and then it's also, I mean, there's some great information out there now on what beers are ranking really well and doing very well. And as I said, as the movement continues to grow, there's more and more people, you know, with opinions, and Beer Advocate, and those guys all rank them. Absolutely. So if you come in here, you can do a flight, 3 4-ounce pours for $5. You can do a pint like these guys. And they range in price just based on what the ABV of the beer is. And
that's alcohol by volume.
It is. We can go through all of them.
Oh yeah.
IBU, everything. But what we're looking to do is the first and third Tuesday of each month, we'll start to have a brewery come out. So there'll be a brewery of the week or the month.
So like a tasting.
Yeah, and they'll have a tasting set up for that time frame. We are going to do one that's going to be more of a regional type tasting, and we'll grab breweries that are located in one region and bring all of them in on one night. So we're excited about that too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so we're excited about that too, and I think that one's going to run sometime in March. So our goal was always to support the local guys. I think we have some fantastic breweries here.
That's incredible.
And we've got 2
more
or 3.
coming.
Yeah, more coming, and it seems like a new one pops up every day, and I'm excited about them because it's putting Jacksonville on the map when it comes to craft beer. I think we've got some...
Asheville, look out, man, we're coming to get you.
Next in line.
Are you doing anything with the meaderies?
We are not as of yet.
Right.
We've talked to them about it, and we're trying to figure out exactly what that's going to look like. Because I'm learning more and more as we go.
Yeah. Well, if you need help with that, that's one of my specialties.
Exactly. And ciders are another big channel that we're trying to get down the path of too. A lot of folks are asking about ciders. We do have them in package. We haven't put them on draft as of yet.
Right. You come by, you never know, you might see me sitting here drinking 1 or 2. This is the time of year when I love to do road trips on the weekends. The weather is a little bit cooler, so it's nice to do some sightseeing. Jekyll Island, Georgia has a lot to offer. Just take a look at this. Jekyll Island is only about an hour-and-a-half drive from Jacksonville, and there is so much to do here. Last week I visited Tidelands Nature Center and the Horton House. Today I was heading out for new adventures in my cool little electric car from Redbug Motors. I'm at the Jekyll Wharf talking to Captain Phillip with the Dolphin Tours here. Tell me, how do you guys get started with this whole Dolphin Tour thing?
Well, actually, we've been doing dolphin tours since '97.
97, that's a day or two.
So we know a little bit about it.
Being out on the water always makes me hungry, so I headed over to the Raw Bar.
Hello.
Hey there, so this is the signature drink, right?
This is
Rum
the
Smasher?
Rum Smash.
The Raw Bar is famous for the Rum Smash, which is 5 different rums, orange and pineapple juice, the perfect drink for me.
Famous shrimp?
This is the famous shrimp.
It is, and these is a bowl of the
That's
shells
an
in.
empty bucket though, isn't it
Yeah,
supposed to be full of shrimp?
No, but
It
it's
will
gonna
be soon.
after that.
Fresh Georgia shrimp, can't beat them. The couple next to me were from Switzerland. They got the captain's platter, and that looked delicious too. Before I left, I had another pound of wild Georgia shrimp. They were just that good. Then it was time for me to leave the historic district. It was a gorgeous evening. I decided to drive to the fishing pier to watch a sunset. So when you come to Bogota Bistro, you're gonna find some extra special little things that I really love. So I thought I'd come in and have Miss Pat show us some of the decorations you guys create for some of your dishes. Would you mind showing me how you make your rose?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Show me how you do it.
Okay. First time I've told you the leaf.
Okay. She's cutting this ordinary cabbage leaf to be the base or the greenery for the rose. Now we take a red beet and we peel it. She thinly slices the red beet using this very highly specialized device. It doesn't look too hard.
No, easy.
Easy, yeah. This beautiful red rose is part of the Golden Wrap Pad Thai. This is just one of the many cool creations you can find at Buddha's Thai Bistro. The Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena had a good year in 2016 with 548,000 attending events at the venue. That's the second highest number for the venue, despite the fact that 6 shows of Cirque du Soleil got canceled due to Hurricane Matthew. In 2016, the arena was the first stop on 3 tours. The Storyteller Tour by Carrie Underwood, Anti-World Tour by Rihanna, and the Heart and Soul Tour 2.0 with Earth, Wind and Fire in Chicago. Fish and Pearl Jam also held their first Jacksonville concerts at Veterans Memorial Arena. Then there was sports at the arena in 2016 with the USA Curling National Championships, SEC Women's Basketball Championship Tournament, and the season home openers for the University of Florida men's and women's basketball teams. 2017 is looking promising too. January kicked off with the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus Extreme, which was the last performance in Jacksonville before the circus closes for good. That's followed by Luke Bryan in February, Stevie Nicks in March, Red Hot Chili Peppers in April, and Eric Church in May. So all things are awesome at the Veterans Memorial Arena. Thanks for watching. I don't know if you really know how much I really appreciate you. I've been doing this show for over 5 years now, and I still can't really believe how many people enjoy watching my stories on their little TVs, but they do. And I know this because every week I get emails from viewers just like you who have found cool places to visit or fun things to do through our show that they didn't know about before. And that warms my heart. Next week, it's Groundhog Day, and you know what that means, right? Spring is right around the corner. I'll be back next week with a brand new show, but until then, I'll see you on the internet. See you on the internet.
Cue helicopter.
That's fine though. I love the smell of napalm in the morning.